I'm Charlie Kelly. I'm a partner at Remedy, and Remedy is a provider of technology solutions for banks and credit unions for the most part. So usually when our customers come to us, they're looking for one of two things. They're either trying to negotiate against their vendor, so they've got a scenario where this long-term contract is coming up, and they need somebody to help them sort of fight for their share of the pie. Or they come to us because they've got a technology need, and a scenario there might be they're either looking to change providers, or they just want to take a look at their technology stack and figure out how that measures up from a best practices perspective. So that's probably 80% of our business, and then we do other things that rotate around making sure a bank or a credit union is in the best position. Things like strategic planning. We'll do some things in mergers and acquisition space, and generally that's got a technology bend to it as well. So from a technology perspective, banks and credit unions are coming to a consultant generally for a couple different reasons. Number one, they need to understand they're trying to change providers, and so they want to make a technology move, and they need somebody to help them through the RFP process. Maybe they don't have folks internally to help them with it. Maybe they just need a better understanding of what the best options are out there, within cores or any other technology. Probably the only other piece that I would add to that is occasionally banks or credit unions will come to us and they want a better understanding of where they match up to their competitors. So a similar size bank, a similar size credit union, and what they're trying to find out there is, do they have the right technology? Are they looking at the right places to grow their client base? And if you think about it, if they ask their vendor that question, are they going to get a straight answer? Very likely that vendor, or at least the place they're asking that question within the vendor, they may be asking that question of a salesperson. So you might not be getting a 360-degree view of where you are today versus where you should be. We bring an expertise to community banks and credit unions, and that perspective that we bring is in primarily two spaces. Number one, contract negotiations. When one of our clients is trying to negotiate a long-term contract with a larger vendor. Second piece is sometimes they're trying to change out their technology, so they need someone to help with an RFP. They need help trying to understand their technology stack and how it marries up against maybe their competitors. And sometimes they are looking to understand what it's going to look like to grow from where they are today to where they want to be. Okay, the top three reasons you should work with Remedy. First of all, we have a great focus on the technology and the products. Secondly, we have a very strong understanding of the contract pricing and how your rates compare to your peers. And third, we've got deep experience in contract negotiation related to terms and conditions, and how things that you might want to accomplish with your credit union can get put into contract language that probably doesn't exist today in your contract. So I want to speak a little bit to the origins of Bank Talk. Bank Talk really came from a conversation we had with one of our clients. And in that discussion, we were talking about a subject that I'm not real familiar with. We were talking about real-time payments and FedNow. And it occurred to me that I could do two things with this client. I could give them an answer that was sounded a bit muddled, or we could have a conversation around how I could find that information out for them. So really, Bank Talk came about from being able to take pieces of the bank and credit union story and put those into a conversation that was both interesting and informative.